Okay, so the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 is coming out sometime this year, so might as well talk about it, like, right now. Alright, let's start off with some of the leaks that have come out on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, and then I'm going to go over my own predictions, and, what I think this tablet is going to be loaded with, at least based off of, the current flagship and the previous one, things that I would like to see and all that good stuff. And of course, you make sure to put in the comment section what you think is going to be loaded in this upcoming tablet. All right, so let's talk about the rumor itself. And many of you may be aware of this already. I've mentioned that in the past. Now, Samsung did tease us a little bit with a glimpse of what the Galaxy Tab S8 will be called. They did so by, leaking the actual full name on the Samsung website, the Samsung in Ireland, I believe. But anyway, so they showed us the full name of the tablet, which is supposed to be called the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Enterprise Edition. Now, I personally don't know whether this is kind of a variation of the main Galaxy Tab S8, meaning there's like a Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 and there is an Enterprise Edition. I don't know. If you have watched some of my recent videos on the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 Lite, then you may know that Samsung is going a little cuckoo with this, crazy naming convention that they're going through. The Tab S7 Lite has gone through, I think, 4 names now. But anyway, so with the Tab S8, I'm not sure if this is going to be the actual final name, but either way, that's what Samsung hinted as the next flagship tablet. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up changing the Tab S8 Enterprise Edition to something else. If the name at the end is not even remotely close to what we see or what we saw in that leak, I would not be surprised. For me, the main thing is that there is an upcoming flagship Galaxy tablet to replace, the current one. And that's exciting, right? Oh, by the way, if this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome, of course. If you do like the content so far, I truly appreciate that. Now, please do me a huge favor. Hit both the like and the subscribe button there. It's a tremendous help to this channel. And again, I very, very much appreciate this. All right, so let's go ahead and cover additional info here before we even do our own prediction on the Tab S8. And the next thing I'm going to say here is that I know the Galaxy Tab S8 is just going to be a fantastic tablet. And one of the main reasons I'm saying this is simply because the current flagship is an amazing machine. Whether they make a marginal upgrade or drastic, it's just, make some drastic changes that just take that tablet to another level, it's always going to be a good thing. I know it's going to be a good tablet. Because think about it, the current flagship, the Tab S7 and the Tab S7 Plus, are pushing the Snapdragon 865 Plus, which is a beast, right? And when they came out, that chipset was the best on the Android market. Now, with that being said, the next tablet, the Tab S8, is likely going to be pushing the current best Android chipset, which is of course the Snapdragon 888. So with just that alone, I would expect to see something very noticeable in terms of, difference in performance, especially because we're talking tablets, right? So if you're talking a phone that's running SD 865 versus a phone that's running an SD 888, you may not be able to really notice unless you're running some type of benchmark. I want to be able to notice the difference when I pick up the Tab S8 and I compare that to this tablet, because again, we're dealing with tablets. These are different platforms. You're able to do a lot more versus what you'll be able to do on your phone. So I should be able to notice a difference. I also anticipate that we'll have some of the same physical features. So the Thunderbolt port, with the ability for fast data transfer, quad speaker setup, tuned by AKG. I'm pretty sure we're definitely going to have some type of fingerprint sensor. Not sure if it's just going to be physical or just ultrasonic. I'm hoping to see a much improved Samsung S Pen, along with maintaining high refresh rate, and also possibly a base storage of maybe 256 gigs, maybe expandable, and maybe start off at 8 gigs of RAM. It's interesting because you see Samsung being able to squeeze 12 gigs of RAM in some phones, but yet when we get to tablet, they just want to start at like 6. And the reason I'm insisting here is because I feel like that's going to take Samsung to just that next level, because the user interface that Samsung offers, that user interface that you have here, the ability to multitask like there's no tomorrow on a Samsung device, I haven't seen, like it's not matched by any other tablet. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get attacked by this. Don't get me wrong, the iPad Pro is such a powerful device, right? It's the mother of all power for sure, right? But the user interface when compared to what Samsung offers, I mean, if you just take Samsung DeX, for example, it's literally a laptop that you're holding in terms of user experience. You know, that GUI changes and offers you the experience that you would have on the laptop. And going back to the iPad Pro there, or should I say iPad OS, despite its very uniform and very sustainable UI, it doesn't offer the type of multitasking experience that you will get from Samsung. It just blends so very well with the high level of multitasking that you have available on something like the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus. And believe me, this is coming from someone who actually enjoys using devices from both platforms. I don't want people to attack me or people to praise me saying that I'm a Samsung knight. I typically just try to be neutral with this stuff because I usually just buy I buy one from each side. And I talked about file management on iPad OS. It's not because the iPad Pro cannot handle it. Again, it's a powerful, very powerful device. And although super powerful, I do know some creators who still have a problem with its file management when compared with what you're faced with in the Android world. This was one of the issues, or not even to say issues, but one of the things that creators are hoping it will be improved with the upcoming iPad software update, and in hopes that it makes the UI even more intuitive. Now, even though the Tab S8 is likely to be a well-improved version of the Tab S7 Plus, we also got to look at some of the innovations that are going to be accompanying this tablet when it comes, something like the partnership that they have, that Samsung has with Microsoft. I'm sure that those innovations are going to be made to ensure that productivity on the next Galaxy tablet is just at the next level. Now, if you blend all of that with a pretty robust ecosystem that's pretty solid at this point, I've actually made a video on that. Make sure to check that out. So the Samsung ecosystem is pretty solid at this point, and you're seeing all of these innovations and partnership that they're having, with something like Microsoft, and seeing how these future tablets, even the current ones, are going to be playing around with other Samsung devices. That's pretty good stuff. Now, I'm not saying that Apple should be, worried that Samsung is going to take over the Apple ecosystem soon. At least not yet. Apple is still the best right now, hands down, right? But what I'm saying is that consumers will be experiencing something new with Samsung. But anyways, this was more of an exercise, just speculating on what's going to be coming on the Galaxy Tab S8, and also kind of getting a glimpse at what to expect from Samsung. What are your predictions on the Galaxy Tab S8? Are there things that you would like to see on this upcoming tablet? Are there things that you think Samsung is not going to do that you're going to be disappointed in? Or, if you currently a current user of iPad, or, iPad OS, let's just call it that, is there something that's going to come with the Galaxy Tab S8 that's going to make you switch? I would love to see that in the comment section. Let's get that little back and forth going like we always do. Hope this was informative. If you've watched up until this point, I truly appreciate that. I'm going to catch you in that comment section. Make sure to share, like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, of course. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. And up until then, stay safe out there.